Heyo, good evening and welcome to Omnibroslive. I'm OmniDog. Right now, I'm boring and by myself. So it's going to be my going to the chat and saying hello. Hey, Jesse, say what? James Abel, how's it going? Max Appleman, da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. NFL Dude says that trailer for Pluto was so good. Is that Pluto the anime that you're talking about? Da 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 da. And good evening to William Lee. So first, we will start talking about InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collected editions 38, 42, 48, 50, 65%. Just pick one that you think you're going to get. And hey, Larry, just pick a book. It'll be discounted. Your hotspot for collected editions. Add 2% for loyalty discounts. At the end of every month, we give away a $50 gift card courtesy of IST. Good for $50 worth of credit at IST. That's InStockTrades.com. Over $50 or more in an order gets you free shipping in the United States. Fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com. And hey, Jake, how's it going? Now, can everybody hear me okay? Because I moved my microphone and it is a extremely professional microphone. So tell me if I sound okay. Let the record show that Noir Wolf was in fact present. Noted. Good evening, Marvel Bab. Do you know what the difference is between IST and DCBS? Is this a joke or a real question? InStockTrades.com and DCBS are like sister companies. InStock Trades, DCBS lets you pre-order. That they're all about pre-ordering. Up there's my co-host. How's it going, buddy?
Good, man. What's up?
Good. Thanks, Phil's Nerdyverse. I just wondered how I was being heard. I moved my microphone, so
sounds great.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, DCBS lets you pre-order up to 8 months in advance. And IST does not do pre-orders. They do, when it comes in. Like this week, the stuff that's available was what we showed on Monday. But IST does have a pre-order arm, I still think, with Tales of Wonder. I don't order from them from Tales of Wonder. I don't do any pre-ordering anymore. So I just wait till the books come out. But I was curious. I'm sure you meant to say curious instead of couriers. I was couriers BQ as, okay, Jake, now you're typing too fast. It looks like today DCBS got rid of all their inventory that's not pre-orders. They also do floppies, right? Yeah, they do floppies. So that's where a lot of people buy their floppies is from DCBS. IST does not do floppies. Hello, Gabriel. Cesar. Wait, was that me? How could that be me?
What?
I used to buy from IST. Now I heard a sound. Now I pre-order. Bro, you get to enough discount, but have to pay up front to wait for book releases. Get Torinoff. Is that a Spanish word that you're trying to challenge me on there?
No. I guess if I pre-order, bro, you get.
I don't know. I'm sorry, Cesar. I don't know what that word means. Just did your wife leave the house yesterday? You didn't have a toy video yesterday? She did leave the house. Unfortunately, I had to leave the house too. I had a couple of doctor's appointments, and they were right. I will never do that again. I will never schedule doctor's appointments on Tuesday afternoon because that's my only time that I have free.
Aw.
Okay, that was worse than my typing. I think he meant more of. Okay. Pre-order, you get more of a discount, but have to pay up front. Okay. We got it all figured out. Yeah, James, I'm still trying to work it out where I can get this toy video up. And make it live and have fun and stuff like that. And so, Lou, how are you doing?
Man, I'm good. It's I am alive, I am thriving, and I'm breathing, so it's a good day.
What I thought you were gonna have a certain something in front of you to consume.
Yeah, I did too, but my wife and I, we split it and we had it for dinner.
You already ate it?
We couldn't wait. So we split it in half and we ate it like about an hour ago.
I get it.
I apologize.
No, it's fine. It's fine with me. We were going to have a live unboxing and eating of a chicken bake from Costco. I put Costco in the title tonight since I figured we'd be talking about it anyway.
We should probably change that.
In the title or not? Geo just changes it anyway.
Yeah.
Gabriel just finished reading Batman Spawn 2022 a few minutes ago. He liked it. Nice.
Cool.
That's cool.
That's awesome, man.
I didn't know what we were going to talk about, so I put that we would be discussing movies, movie trailers, TV shows, games, and comics.
Okay, sounds good to me.
And Costco. So I figured that covered everything.
Yeah. Yes, it does. It covers everything, Jeff.
My girlfriend texted me that I have Girl Scout cookies waiting for me at home.
That's a good woman.
Yeah. But Jake also sent me a picture of his girlfriend. Was it yesterday, Jake, or the day before, where she took a personal day and was at the house and he got like 9 packages at the door, and she took a picture of her looking at the packages. They were all for him, all from IST in various places. So he was busted.
Decisions were made and poor decisions were made. You know, guys, you can have it set up where it gets delivered to like a FedEx drop-off point or a UPS store, so that way you're going to avoid it.
Wait, what's Costco mukbang?
Mukbang is where you eat a bunch of food and you record you eating it. People get a kick out of it. I don't get it. I think it's weird.
It's a YouTube thing?
Yeah, and I don't want to hear people eating food. Yeah, it's like ASMR. I don't want to hear you eating a chicken sandwich.
Yeah. Oh, it was 2 days ago. Yeah, you were busted. Let me go turn off the dehumidifier. I just realized I left it on. Just a sec.
Hey, Lionheart. How's it going, buddy? Let's
okay.
Speaking of TV, Ted Lasso season 3 was announced for March. I know. I can't wait. It's bittersweet though because I believe this is the last season, and I'm just not ready to give up Ted Lasso in my life just now.
We haven't started it yet. What's up, Justin Lou? What's up, Lionheart? I have not watched the Flash movie trailer yet, and I'm not going to because I want to be completely surprised. I had to opt out of the OmniBros chat on Monday because that's what everybody was typing about was the trailer during the Super Bowl. And I didn't feel well. Super Bowl Sunday, I didn't see any of the game. I was in bed all day. So I didn't see the trailer.
We were very excited for what we saw.
Yeah, I saw that and I had to opt out before I saw too much. She said I'm going to have to bribe her with another cat soon if I keep ordering like this. Cats
don't do
are
that.
agents of Satan. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that, man. It's supposed to be the last season, but I'm surprised they just called it a new season. Yeah, that's so everything that we've heard so far is that they're apparently they had a 3-season arc, and that's what they were going to tell. But when we watched the trailer, it didn't say final season; it said the brand new season. So a lot of fans are going, "Are we going to get a season 4 of Ted Lasso?" So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
I think we're going to finish the BBC Ghosts, and then we'll go to Ted Lasso.
Oh my, Jess, you and your wife will love that show. Both of you can watch it and enjoy it.
We're very excited for it, but we're also invested already in Ghosts. And we love that show. So, yeah. Hey, Jesse, say what? I know the Rams didn't win. You don't need to rub it in my face. You just want me to have James Abel put you in timeout. Yes, son of a rat bastard. Gracious reader, good to see you. What do
How'd
you
the
have
team
to say?
pick out, Jess? How'd the Rams do this year?
They were 5-12 because everybody was injured. Even their backups were injured.
Oh my god. Well, maybe a better year next year.
I don't see how it couldn't be a better year next year. No, it's the worst record for a defending Super Bowl champion ever. So, yeah.
I need to get on fantasy football and just have Matt Miranda run my league. Because he was in, I think, 3 or 4 leagues this year, and he came in second place in, I think, 3 of them, and in first place in 1. Matt Miranda always wins his fantasy football leagues, or comes out close to the top.
And what's the payoff? Is it like cash or various prizes or
Cash?
Yeah.
He always wins.
Like I said on Monday, James Gunn must have Ezra locked in his basement because we have not heard anything from him. There was a time he was in the news daily. Lionheart has 3 orders coming from IST and 1 from OPB. All orders are going to my UPS access point address. My books do not get delivered to my place. I did that once with UPS and a really big order from IST, and it worked. But then Deja Thoris got bounced back to Sideshow, and I decided that was a sign that I shouldn't do that anymore. And of course, that was a gift from the gods because there would be no hiding Deja Thoris in this new place. I'm out of hiding places. Oh, now you're laughing at me? Well, James is watching you. So watch what you say, pal. We will time your ass out. Okay, well, we can talk about what trailers. There was Guardians of the Galaxy.
There was.
Trailer and The Flash. Are they calling it The Flash or Flashpoint?
Flashpoint, I believe.
Okay, so there were those 2 movie trailers. Any other movie trailers?
I don't think so. I think
which one of those 2 were you most excited about?
Oh, Flashpoint. I love Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm super excited to see the trilogy end, and I know I'm going to be a bumbling mess crying in that theater. I just have that gut feeling. Goddamn Flashpoint! Oh my god, that trailer! You haven't seen it, right?
No, I haven't seen a trailer for either.
Jess, I can't wait for you to go into that theater and watch Flashpoint. You're gonna love it.
I'm excited for it because everybody seems to be excited for a DC movie finally. Oh, there was a trailer for Fast and Furious X 2. Now, did they go underwater or where? Have they already been to space, like you said?
They went to space in the last movie.
Okay.
Yeah. They taped up a Buick El Camino with a giant rocket and launched the two black guys of their crew into space. That was their.
Did they have them come back?
Yeah, eventually they came back.
No, yeah. That sounds inherently racist to just launch them into.
Just a little bit.
Indiana Jones and Super Mario Brothers also.
You know, that Indiana Jones movie does not look bad.
I haven't. How many? Let's see. I don't think I saw Is this number 6?
It's 5.
This is 5. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't see number 4 with Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
Okay, we're watching you. Gabriel recently went to Big Lick Comic Con in Roanoke, Virginia, or you went to this past weekend. Birthday being the 23rd of this month. Well, happy birthday, 18th birthday. What did you get? Did you get anything cool at the Comic Con? Any kind of Boss books or anything? It was a Fiero. I remember. Was it a Fiero? I remember those cars.
I think it was a Fiero.
I remember a friend of mine got one like back in 1986. And you know the phrase, it can turn on a dime? This thing could turn on a manhole cover. It had the worst turning radius for a sports car. Cool C. Harrison Ford selecting at 91. Are we talking about all the movie trailers from Rihanna's concert?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. Apparently she was crushing it.
Wait, Harrison Ford is 91?
I don't think he's really 91.
He can't be that old.
Oh, and here's our very fine condition spy, Josh, spying on us to just see the only 3 Indiana Jones movies. I saw the first 3. Wait, saw the first 2. What was the third one? That's where Sean Connery was his dad, and there were rats, right? Yeah, that's the last one I saw.
I like that one. I like Sean Connery.
I want to buy Vision by Tom King, but I'm wondering if there is dog violence in it.
I don't want to give anything away.
I have Kristen and I both have very low tolerance for that kind of thing, and I think Lou probably does too. What happens in it though? I think you'll be okay. Voracious. I don't want to spoil it, but I think I think it's handled okay.
It didn't turn me off the book.
Yeah.
Because usually when I see dog violence, I'm like, oh, and I'm done.
Yeah. Oh, he turned 80. Wow. I like how I'm the spy and Omar told me to go to hell this week. Yeah, he does that a lot. The funny part is that my Vegas haul came to my place even though I shipped it home from UPS. I shipped home a real bow staff. I was nervous. The packages didn't get delivered until after 7 p.m. Wait, I thought I feel like whoop. Hayden, how's it going, buddy? Ted Lasso's on my watch list, but I've gotten so deep. Uh-oh.
What was that?
I don't know. I'm going to go check. Just a sec.
Are you home alone?
No. That was... No. My wife dropped something.
Oh, okay.
Major, like a big ladder. But she's okay.
Okay. That's the important thing.
I need to get deep into Star Trek stuff, Hayden. I haven't been watching any of it. You
haven't seen Picard?
No, and it's on its like 3rd season, and I've missed 2 seasons of Discovery. I haven't seen any Strange New Worlds or Strange, and then there's Lower Decks, which I think is the cartoon, the animated series.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of it, and that's the whole reason I have Paramount Plus or whatever I have.
Everybody tells me though that if you're a fan of old school Star Trek, the Orville actually scratches that itch, and it gets better as it goes.
Really?
That's the Seth MacFarlane one. Yeah, I've heard it's not bad, dude.
He's really talented. Why? What is? Did you know you don't have a visual?
Yes, I'm eating something right now. So I don't
Are you eating a chicken bake?
No, I'm eating a strawberry.
Oh. Josh, if he doesn't tell you to go to hell, he doesn't really love you. That is actually true. Hayden, he called me a dumb bastard, so I'm doing well. Yeah, very fine condition. I think you're good friends. Yeah. Saying to get Superman Omnibus. Wait. Oh, Gabriel found Howard the Duck Complete Collection Volume 1 and Suicide Squad Silver Age Volume 1 for $20 total. Also got Spawn Issue 1. I would love to get it signed by the Todd father in the future. Yeah, getting back to the dog thing in Vision. I was okay with it, with the way it was handled.
Same.
And I have a copy of Animal Castle in the next room, and I just heard that I'm not going to be okay with it. So I don't know what I'm going to do, because I heard that book was really good, but it apparently, and I'm not reading Stray Dogs because I heard that wasn't cool either.
You ever seen Marley and Me?
Oh, no.
Don't do that. Don't do that. No.
My wife read the book, and I said, I don't want to read the book. I don't want to see the movie. I barely can stand having a dog because I know that it always ends badly. So, yeah.
Yep. So I was in high school, and a teacher brought it in one day. I guess they didn't know what the ending of it was. You had a classroom full of about 20 students crying at the end of the movie, and the teacher was trying to calm us all down, and we were like,
"Oh, you were a student?
We were a student. I was.
You were a student. Okay, I thought you were a teacher.
I've never seen the movie, and I saw it that day, and then we were all just bawling at the end of the movie, and the teacher was trying to calm us all down. We're like,
jeepers. Lionheart is a Kenpo karate practitioner.
That's awesome.
Where is Rodimus? I'm not digging this. Where? Rodimus still not here. I've only seen half of the original show, but this past weekend I binged all 3 Lower Deck seasons and the Chris Pine movies, starting Prodigy. Oh, Prodigy. What's Star Trek Prodigy? Is that live action, or is that... Wait, Star Trek Prodigy. I'm so behind. I'm not a Trekkie, but Strange New Worlds was so good. That's good to hear from Aku. How were the strawberries?
They were good. They were delicious.
Were they the chocolate dipped ones from Costco?
No, my wife made them, but they are chocolate dipped.
Oh, your wife made them.
Mm-hmm.
You should have seen the feast that Lou showed us last night for Valentine's Day dinner. They had enough to feed 15 people, and it cost like $18 at Costco. And it was quality stuff.
It was amazing. It was delicious stuff.
You had rotisserie chicken,
salad,
Caesar salad, fresh shrimp, like the big shrimp ring. And then you had tiramisu and strawberries and blueberries. Am I right?
Yes, you are right. It was delicious, dude.
Yeah. I can't eat tiramisu because it tastes too much like rum for me, but I'm a big fan of everything else that you talked about and showed me. We were having such a nice day. Why did you have... Hey, I grew up seeing Old Yeller, okay? So that's even worse.
Where they take the dog out with the gun and everything. Oh my God. Yeah, I remember Old Yeller.
Lionheart bought X Factor Omnibus Volume 2 from IST this week for $41. Nice. How'd you get it so cheap? Was it damaged, or did they just have a big sale? How'd you get it so cheap? Sergeant Savage. How's it going, Sarge? I read the book and had to stop halfway. Yeah, same with my wife, I think. Have you guys experienced the expensive Japanese strawberries? I don't I don't know anything about them.
Are they pink? That's what my wife is asking.
Are they pink?
I don't know.
Prodigy is an animated show by the showrunners of Troll Hunters and bringing back Kate Mulgrew.
Cool. So for those of you out there that are adverse to pretty much any animal dying or dogs dying in movies, there's a website called doesthedogdie.com. It's a great resource. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, Marcelo says Stray Dogs isn't any worse than 101 Dalmatians.
That's not bad then.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Maybe I can make it through that because
he's lying. Watch, and in the first 5 pages, some dog gets
just shredded. I watched that movie 150 times with Kelly when she was little. Oh, you're still in Madrid. I ate for 15 tonight in Madrid. $15 or 15 people? I ate for $15 probably tonight in Madrid. It's 2:30 a.m. and I'm still stuffed.
Nice.
Okay, wait. They're talking about a movie here. Is Lionheart the Perfect Weapon? Who remembers that movie? Kenbo Martial Arts, Jeff Speakman. I don't know that, but Aku does. That movie kicks ass. All my damaged IST books came in and they were perfect looking. Yeah, a lot of times you get perfect books from IST in the damage section because some people are very persnickety about what condition they get their books in, and they send them back, and you reap the benefit. Up, James with the link. Does the dog die? Just it wasn't damaged. I guess it was on sale. I figured let me buy that one time. Nice. Okay, and here's Larry. Noir Wolf is talking to Larry. Fruit is graded in Japan and treated well. I think some pears go for $100.
In Japan, a pear for $100?
Wow. Oh, you ate for 15 people. Well, Gerard, don't. Now I know that that's in it. You, gosh darn it! I'm not watching the trailer, so I don't find anything out. Anything. Conroy Jet, welcome. My local Ollie's bargain outlets have gotten a bunch of. Yeah, it seems like a bunch of DC Omnis are there. Great prices starting at 20, such as Bronze Age, Brave and Bold 2. Golden Age Superman 335 and Superman, Supergirl, Silver, and Legion of Superheroes. Those are the two series I would get. There's a reason Brave and Bold 2 is clearanced. 1 and 3 are good. Brave and Bold 2, not so much. I apologize if you got it, Conroy Jet. That's the one I don't have. Here's Brave and Bold 1 and Brave and Bold 3. Big space missing. It's not going to be filled. Stories, not good. Art, not good. Oh, okay. Thank you, Gerard. I appreciate that. I haven't. I do own it, but I haven't got to it yet. I've heard great things, so I need to get to it, Aku. I just uncovered all the best books of 2022, so now I can make my best of 2022 video. And then once I do that, I can start reading again. Someone from the Very Fine Condition Discord bought me Absolute Preacher 3 from Ollie's and is shipping it to me. That's cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
This is a question that you can answer, Lou, from Voracious Reader.
What's up? I've been eyeing the Blackest Night Omni. Should I pull the trigger? It depends what's in it and how much you've read of that run before. Because I think that Blackest Night omnibus, if I'm not mistaken, crosses over with those Green Lantern omnibuses But I think the difference is the Green Lantern omnibuses only have the main Blackest Night content from Green Lantern and the Green Lantern series, whereas the Blackest Night omnibus has all the supplemental material. And a lot of that stuff is really good and I think worth it. So it's really up to you and your choice. If you think you want the full scale of the story or if you just want Blackest Night itself, you could go with the general Green Lantern omnibus.
I think we both agree that that's one of, if not the best event tie-ins book. So I would encourage you to get that because even the tie-ins are great. The main event's great and the tie-ins are too. It's like 1,500 pages, so it's a heavyweight. But yeah, we both dug it. We love that event. And when Gabe gets on, he'll chime in and say how much he loves it too. I'll be the perfect weapon when I take down very good condition in Street Fighter. Break out the broom, forward a zip. You have to send him Cinnamon Toast Crunch too, right? If you beat him, does he have to eat it? Because he doesn't like cinnamon or something.
How do you not like cinnamon? Oh my God.
And how do you not like Cinnamon Toast Crunch? That's the bestest cereal ever.
I feel like that's a tragedy.
I know. It would be fresh for me. Well, then I personally think you should get it if you can get it for a good price. Oh, here's Duh Collector. How you doing, Duh? I still have not gotten Wolverine 3 or Ultimate Spider-Man 2. I think they're probably still in stock, so I think you're okay. We threatened to send that cereal to his P.O. box. Gabriel has a question for the chat. Make some big balls with honey, toast crunch, and vanilla ice cream. Oh, I'm on the first part of my major diet for the rest of the year. Multiple doctors have told me I have to lose weight, including my wife, who is a doctor in her mind. So no more sugar for me for the rest of the year. Peace and love, peace and love. I cannot do it.
Are you, this is random, but are you a fan of carny food?
Carny food?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fan of state fair food. Like,
okay, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, like deep fried Twinkies and stuff like that.
Oh, deep fried Twinkies. Yes. Have you ever had a deep fried Oreo?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, dude! Right?
Yeah.
Right. Oh wow.
Yeah, those are crazy.
Yeah, my wife has never had a deep fried Oreo.
Oh my gosh! So where can you get one?
Well, you can do it at home. It's not hard. Actually, it's not that hard to do them.
Home? That's not. You want to go out and get the experience of all the great unwashed people and stuff around you, and and have it served up to you on a stick and stuff.
Yeah, you could deep fry just about anything, to be honest with you. I've heard of deep fried Coke. I've heard of that.
What? Coke?
Deep fried Coke or deep fried some soda. Deep fried. You can do deep fried butter.
Yeah, I've heard of that. That sounds gross.
You're just killing yourself slowly if you do deep fried butter.
Yeah, that's like when Homer was buried in like a piano crate or something, and Marge said, "What? Curse the man that invented." Oh, what was it? Deep fried. Oh shoot! Do you remember that when he was? I think when he was wearing the muumuu.
I don't remember it. Okay, so fried Coke or deep fried soda is a frozen Coca-Cola flavored batter that is deep fried and then tossed with Coca-Cola syrup, whipped cream, cinnamon sugar, and a cherry.
I'd eat that in 2 seconds.
It was introduced by inventor Abel Gonzalez Jr. at the 2006 State Fair of Texas. God bless him.
A fellow Latino.
Gonzalez is also the creator of the recipe for deep fried butter and deep fried beer at later Texas state fairs.
Oh, I just remembered. It was fried cheese. Curse
Oh,
the man who invented fried cheese.
this man is a saint. He needs to be inducted into sainthood by the Pope. Oh my God.
Yeah, that includes root beer, Rising Phoenix. I no sodas, no sugary sodas, nothing like that.
Now you've done this before though, right?
Oh yeah, that I did it
Yeah.
in 2018 and I got down to serious fighting weight. Patty and I figured out that it's easy to lose the weight, but then we always go on vacation. And that's where
Oh,
it all goes horribly wrong.
oh no.
It's happened to us twice now, and it's always vacation.
Oh man.
Yeah. Uh-oh, here's a good question. Does the diet mean you'll have to pass on the monster cereals in October? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wouldn't that be awful if they had Yummy Mummy this year and I couldn't eat it? Okay, well, my goal is to lose all the weight by, well, those cereals go on sale in like September.
Yeah.
So, but I could get them in September and then hopefully have lost the weight by October.
Okay. What's happening with all the Girl Scouts that are left in the house?
Oh, there's nothing left. That was 2 weeks ago that I finished those. Costco has Thin Mint Girl Scout pretzels.
Ooh.
That bag could last Patty 8 years. Probably. She'd eat half of one and say, I'm done.
I wish I had her control.
Oh, I know. It's unbelievable. Never had a deep fried Twinkie.
You're missing out, pal.
Yeah.
You're missing out.
Just I'm thinking of asking Melanie to write, the astonishing Melanie, to write up the contract, considering she's an English major. Yeah, she's extremely smart. And yeah, that would be good. Get it ironclad that if you beat him in Street Fighter, he has to eat a giant bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch on the air.
Here's a tip for all of you out there. The next time you go to State Fair and you're thinking, should I get that deep fried item? If the guy that's serving it to you is like 600 pounds, hardly breathing, and sitting on the chair while he's dunking the food into the batter, that's your guy. That's the one you want. You didn't get that big for no reason.
Yeah, you're not supposed to dip into your supply if you're a dealer, but that's a good sign. Deep fried milk is a thing.
Yeah.
Just got a notification that Verifying Condition is going live in 30 minutes. Oh yeah, they do. He and Amanda do a show. Amanda's the one that sets the time for that. I think what do they do? Never mind. We shouldn't talk about it. Don't pay attention. Except Amanda's really very nice.
I have a list of deep fried items, Jess.
Oh, go for it.
Deep fried angel wings.
What are angel wings?
I don't know. This is a long list. I'm skipping through and going to the stuff we know. Deep fried banana chips. Deep fried banana fritter. Come on. What else we got? This is all lame. Cactus fries. I have no clue what a cactus fry is.
Cactus fries.
Egg roll. Well, that's already deep fried. Hold on. 30 deep fried foods you need to try before you die. You could deep fry a pickle.
I've seen that, but I've never tried that. I've really only seen. There's a whole thing of state fairs. I mean, that's a big deal at state fairs to deep fry anything. I think Oreos and Twinkies were like the first thing.
Yeah.
And I remember deep fried ice cream. I've had deep fried ice cream like way back in the 80s.
Deep fried Brussels sprouts.
That's probably the only way my daughter would eat them.
Deep fried peanut butter. Oh my God, baby. Oh.
Hey, we heard that.
Deep fried peanut butter. Wow.
Lou and OmniDog, speaking of cinnamon and addictive desserts, Trader Joe. Oh, don't tell me this. There's a Trader Joe's near me. $5 cinnamon bread loaves.
Deep fried mac and cheese.
That sounds good. I would eat that.
You've had mac and cheese deep fried? Oh, I bet that's delicious.
Okay, here as the leading Hispanic voice in the comic book community, I am always challenged. Fortunately, Rodimus is here early tonight, so we can actually get the show going with my challenge to pronounce Espanol. Llegue. Oh boy. Oh, yeah. This is when Gio told him to make it really hard. Okay. Llegue. Y conseguí la mina de oro ayer. There's exclamation points. Ayer. Galletas en mi barriga. Okay, so you knew Ayer. It's not David Ayer. So what did I just say? And something, and I know E is and. Oro, is oro gold?
Okay, llegué, which means I'm here. Y conseguí, and I got la mina de oro again. La mina de oro. What's that, baby? I know gold, oro, a gold mine yesterday. Cookies in my stomach.
Oh, he found a Girl Scout stand.
I think you did. Lucky bastard.
Okay, more Costco. I made 7-layer bars last month. Took the crumbles and leftovers with Costco vanilla ice cream. Okay, now this is just torture. You guys are just.
I feel like they're being mean to you at this point.
I've seen this before, Gabriel. A deep fried Twix bar.
Oh yeah, me too. Deep fried turkey.
A deep fried turkey leg.
Turkey.
Oh yeah, that's a big thing for Thanksgiving, where you deep fry a turkey.
Deep fried pecan pie. Sweet Jesus. Oh my God.
Oh, deep fried pecan pie.
Oh.
With ice cream on it?
Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm going to have, this is like my only treat. Cranberry juice, 50% light cranberry juice and soda.
Can you do Diet Coke? Because it's sugar-free.
It is sugar-free, but
is it sucker-free?
It is. What's up, Gabe?
Yo.
It keeps the idea of, because I'm like a sugar addict, it keeps you craving sweets.
Oh,
is the issue with Diet Coke. So,
because it's all the aspartame in it.
Yeah, whatever it is, it doesn't. That's why I try to drink only this while I'm doing it, because this quenches my thirst, and Diet Coke is addictive, and it also keeps that sweet tooth going for me.
Yeah, it's all that aspartame. That stuff, that artificial sweetener is like the worst. Like regular sugar is better than that aspartame stuff, really.
Now it's all deep fried gummy bears, deep fried candy corn.
Oh man, this is. Are we talking about where Grant Morrison is from?
Because
his town in Gasglow, he said that all they eat is like carnival food. It's all deep fried cookies and stuff like that.
You both know it as carnival food. That's funny.
The only place I get that stuff is at a carnival or this really shady casino on Fremont.
I think Morrison is vegan too, isn't he? Or vegetarian?
Oh, probably, yeah.
I've never seen him eat meat or vegetables, so I don't know.
Oh, no, I saw this. Chick-fil-A is deep frying cauliflower to substitute the chicken for a healthy option.
Yeah, healthy with the being deep fried. This is going to get me on my high horse of nutrition and stuff. I hate
the Girl Scouts were in a mall near work. It was like I saw angels in the hallway.
What was that in reference to? I mean, I'm not caught up.
Girl Scout cookies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I pour over books that I don't like, Jake. Diet A&W.
I've had I've had bad experiences drinking a whole 6-pack of Diet Root beer once when I was like 16.
What's
what up,
up,
Lionheart?
Gabe, says Lionheart. Hi, is DC Dark Metal Omnibus a good read? Do you need to read any other good series? Do you need to read any other series? It's expensive, but it's great.
What is it, 150 or 175 expensive?
150.
Okay.
I loved this event. Let's see. You do have to know. Well, I think you just need to know the main DC characters, who they are, because then they have these wacky, weird counterparts after they accidentally break through the source wall, and that allows. It's a whole thing. Yeah, it's great. You should get it. You don't need to read any other DC series, but you should get it. Morrison became a vegetarian after writing Animal Man.
Cool.
Dark
That guy, I don't know. There's a documentary out there about Grant Morrison, and I've met him in person. I've hung out with him before, and he's really, the way you see him is how he is in real life. Like, he's just a super smart, intelligent guy. He's the smartest guy in the room and the most clever and most funny at the same time. So it's great to hang out with that guy. And there's some really wonderful documentaries out there about him on like Amazon.
But he's not so smart that he talks down to you.
No, not at all. No, he's not a dick.
Yeah.
And here's suggestions. Yeah, I would guess this is probably right. At least read Snyder's New 52 series for a bit more context. Snyder Batman is recommended, but you don't need it. Everything is explained in the event.
You could probably do like a quick rundown on Wikipedia, maybe like a YouTube thing of Snyder and Capullo's Batman. You don't need to read 52 issues in order to read a 12-issue miniseries.
James, if you're already in my library, you can pull up the Batter Days in the Batcave when the Minister and I covered the 4 books that make up the Omni. So
I'll say this though, scratch what I said. At least read Court of Owls. Experience that. You have to experience that reading it. You can't do a YouTube rundown. You can't do like a Wikipedia read through. This series, especially I forget what issue it is, at least within the first 7 or 8 issues, they do something that I've never experienced in a comic book before. And it's one of the most incredible, thoughtful, bold, daring event thing that they ever did, and didn't tell anybody, and everybody lost their mind and thought that there was something wrong with their comic book. So you have to experience that. If you haven't experienced it before, I envy you, because I would love to experience that for the first time again, where I'm just like, I don't even know what's happening in my life right now. Like, where am I? What happened here? Right?
Yeah.
So that is like, you have to read that, and then fuck everything else. Just, you can Wikipedia if you want, but experience that first storyline.
There's James grabbing the link. You're awesome, James. Yeah, even Josh wonders how.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and I kind of had a similar experience with that, where I remember even picking up that issue, and the guy I picked up the issue from, he was my local comic guy at his shop. He goes, "So have you heard what happens in this issue?" And I go, "No." He starts laughing, and he goes, "This is a perfect example why physical comics are way better than digital, because the thing with it is it works so much better with a physical comic." And it really did trip me up by the time I was done with the issue. It was great.
I need to get a physical copy of that book again. I don't have it. I just talked myself into it. I just inceptioned myself to buy that issue.
I have the full run somewhere in my mom's house. It's somewhere in a closet in my mom's house. I have the full thing. I just don't know where it is.
It's awesome. And I gotta... Now, you've super baited me into wanting to go back and read at least the first couple of hardcovers.
Yeah. I fell off of it after was it Death? Yeah, Death of the Family.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I fell off of it.
I
came back and read it again for like the last story arc or two, and that whole Mr. Bloom story and all that stuff. I was like, this is boring. Like,
that
what
was not
happened?
good. Yeah, I'm of the opinion that it's for the most part really good stuff. With highs and lows, a lot more highs than lows. But that Mr. Bloom stuff towards the end was just, it didn't work for me. I appreciate trying something different, but
I feel like that's because it started out so strong.
yeah,
That normally that would have been a good storyline, but Court of Owls just started out so amazing.
yeah. I love the Joker stuff. I really enjoyed all the Joker stuff he did. Because there's 2 arcs involving the Joker. I was like, this is fucking great.
Yeah. I think it's been like the 0 hour or 0 year storyline came out. I think that's when I was just, I don't know what it was. I was just like, I just stopped picking it up. Like I was like, oh, okay. I've just, and just never got back around to it. And then I picked it up later. But man, those issues, it's, how everybody does that. It's all over like the internet now and social media with that Tubi ad from the Super Bowl. This is better than that. Like, this should be like the big Twitter explosion. It should have been when it came out. It really wasn't, but it's the same way that this Tubi commercial like tricked the world. This comic book does it too, but even better.
It was really good. I really, really, really dug that particular issue that we're talking about. I think that's a standout. The issue where we get a retelling of Mr. Freeze's origin, and that doesn't even have Capullo in it. That's a standout issue as well. I really
that was an annual. That was like annual 2 or 3, something like that. Like it was just
something like that.
Yeah, it was just it wasn't even part of the run. It was like it was like an annual.
Yeah. The Joker. I really do think the Joker stuff is really strong. I think Snyder has a very strong handle of the Joker. That was the last time I think I read the Joker. I was like, oh, the Joker is genuinely fucking terrifying in this book. He is really, really scary here. But like all things, it's comics and it's corporate comics, so they can't go all the way with it. Versus, I fully believe if this was an indie book, Snyder would have committed to the whole bit of what happens in that first Joker arc. Because I remember when that Joker arc started, I think it was called Death of the Family.
Right.
Yeah.
And you get to, I think it was the penultimate issue where he has set the table and they're all there. I'm like, holy shit, did he actually do it? And of course, me being a dumbass, I'm like, of course he didn't. It's DC Comics. Like, he's not actually going to do what I think he's going to do. But still,
it was a good setup.
It was a good setup, and it was a good hook. And if
those
it was
issues were fun to collect, those those cutouts that they had on the cover. Everybody's face. Those are really cool.
And I love the whole design. Greg Capullo's design of Batman, Greg Capullo's design of the Joker. I love the Joker with kind of the cut off face and all that stuff. I thought it was genuinely really creepy. I dug it. And then when they bring him back and he's got the face stitched on and everything, and he's got the face back on him and everything. Greg Capullo has a way of drawing the Joker where it genuinely, to me, is haunting in certain ways.
Oh yeah.
There was one particular panel where I believe it was Commissioner Gordon. He's in his house and he's walking away, and you see the Joker's eyes just light up under his bed, and you see his hands slowly creep out from underneath his bed. Oh my God, that was so good.
It gives me the creeps just listening to it.
Let me see if I can find it.
Okay.
But man, that was such a great series, dude. It
was. Yeah.
We don't have a series like that right now. I feel like that's like, this is the book, because it was the book forever.
Mm-hmm.
And it made Greg Capullo like a household name.
I wasn't familiar with him before that.
Before that, he was doing X-Force after Rob Liefeld left. And that art, and you look at anything like 10 issues into his Spawn run where he starts getting kind of like infected by Todd McFarlane's style, and he starts getting that super scratchy look, and he's starting to build on that. it's night and day. It's like two different people. But that was the Greg Capullo. But he never got that much love for Spawn.
Okay, here
And
we
then
go.
Batman came out, and now he's a monster.
I found it. Can I share my screen real quick?
I don't know.
Again, I hung out with the guy. He's one of the nicest dudes for being as scary as he looks online. Nice dude. Hot wife.
Let's see. I think you can put it in the private chat,
Yeah,
the private thing, and then I think I can share it from there.
Yeah, you're gonna have to scroll down a little bit though to about halfway to get to the panel I'm talking about.
Wait, where's the private?
This is the moment where Jess is introduced to Goatsy for the first time.
Oh, don't.
Thank you, Lou.
Till I'm where I'm introduced as what?
Never mind.
I
When
know,
you
wait,
when you get introduced to Goatsy for the first time.
I remember what goes.
Oh, private
No.
chat. There it is.
Scroll down to about halfway, Jess.
Okay, and what am I looking for? Oh,
Yeah, it's Commissioner Gordon in his bedroom, and you see Joker crawling out from under his bed. I love that particular arc because it makes you believe there's more of a supernatural element to Joker, and he really, really sells it.
wait, why don't I just share it and you tell me where to stop?
Well, it'll give away a huge chunk of the comic, I think.
That's okay.
Okay.
Share screen, annotated, share. Okay.
Scroll down. Keep going. Right there. It starts right there. And then right there, you see his eyes just pop out, and it's just
right here. Yeah.
And Capullo's, the paneling is so good in this. I love this issue.
Oh yeah, and look at Gordon's terrified eye opening when you see these right here. Yeah. Okay.
And then scroll down one more, just a little bit, and you get the final reveal. Yeah, I love that.
And I feel like this is the first run where they used different font for Joker talking.
Did they?
And was this? This is the first time I noticed it. Maybe they did it before, but I feel like, and then they really leaned into it in Tom King's run. But I thought this was the first run where I really saw the different font for it, which for the way he spoke, and that made it even more terrifying.
Yeah, I love the concept of, because the first time Scott Snyder wrote the Joker, he wrote it as the Joker is in love with Batman. And that's the whole reason why he wants to kill off the family, because he feels that the family is kind of slowing him down.
Right.
And the family is kind of making him weak. And it's an interesting concept. And then the second time is that the Joker is coming after him, but this time he hates him, and he goes full tilt the second round. It's really good stuff.
Let's see. Where am I here? Okay.
I need to read that again, that whole arc.
Yeah, me too.
We're just baiting ourselves into more and more stories we have to read.
Let's see. Okay, stop sharing. There we go. New 52 Batman was great. Injustice was stupid fun. Those were the DC titles I was really into back in the day. Next Imaginat has to run, but just wanted to add that it should be noted that Zero Year is very good on its own, and in my opinion, features some of the best coloring in any Batman book ever.
It's good coloring, yeah. I just wish the only thing with Injustice is I just wish the art was better.
I still haven't read it. That's the Tom Taylor book, right?
Yeah.
It's the video game.
Right. Let's see. I'm sure Gabe must have met Todd McFarlane.
Oh, I met him a few times. Yeah, he's a nice guy. He on my channel, I used to start each one of my videos with this little clip of somebody saying, "Hey, you're watching, Gabe Loves '90s comics or whatever, right?"
That's
I
right.
think back then it was Gabe Infinity Watch or whatever. But I had all these different comic book artists and people do those openings for me. And Todd did it. So he was super cool about that. I met him once here at a Diamond Summit, which is where all the retailers come together with the distributor. And it's like a big party. And, you see all the early stuff. And you meet all the big comic book artists and creators. And they try to sell you on the new books because you're the retailers and trying to sell you stuff. He was there and he signed my Spider-Man omnibus. And I was like, yeah. So I opened it to the page that's just like the title page, right? And he goes, no, I'm not going to sign it there. I'm going to give you the biggest signature of the day. And he just, on the black back end pages, just drew his name like this big across. It's like this huge, massive signature. It's awesome. Yeah, he's a cool guy.
That's good to know. Let's see. I thought, well, when I was out there, Adam Hughes and I came out for the Adam Hughes and J. Scott Campbell signing. Adam Hughes, I thought, was a really nice guy. He was open to doing anything. Like, I think you asked him if he'd be willing to be interviewed on Omnibros Live, and he said, "Yeah, I have no problem with that." And J. Scott Campbell said, "I have a policy about that." And then you asked both those guys about 5 other things, and Adam Hughes was like, "Yeah, sure." And J. Scott Campbell every time said, "I have a policy about that." It was clear to me he was doing nothing for anybody, but Adam Hughes was like, "Yeah, what the hell? Okay."
J. Scott Campbell just was not feeling it. He's like, fucking nerds.
Peace and love, Jake. Drive carefully.
Night, buddy.
Yeah, Gabe has tons of great autographs. Yeah, I met him twice. He's a very nice guy, but and I really enjoyed that time I went out there to Las Vegas to meet both those guys.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that just has like the gift of gab. Like, he doesn't shut up. Like, he just has like the greatest stories, and he just keeps talking and talking all these great stories. And super nice guy.
Yeah, and he went the extra mile to autograph my. I brought a ton of books with me, and then I bought books at Torpedo, and one of them was like a Virgin cover of Emma Frost, but I can't remember what X-Men book it was. But he worked his. I got it slabbed, and he worked his signature and stuff around her head, so it was like, I know what it was supposed to say. I know what you're thinking, but he took the time to like have the body and head that he drew block it out, so it says, I knit what you're thinking, and it took him like 10 minutes, and I was thinking he was just going to put AH exclamation point on it, and he went full bore going on. It was awesome.
Yeah, he was great. He was giving out awesome like signatures, and then like he was doing sketches and stuff too.
Yeah. This is who J. Scott Campbell bases all his females on, his wife, right? I think he told me that.
Definitely 100%.
Yeah. So these statues all look like his wife.
Very lucky man.
Yeah.
And she's like an incredible artist herself too, and the sweetest person I've ever met. Like, it's sickening how sweet she is.
I met Capullo and Snyder a couple times, and Capullo is a very cool guy. Snyder's a cool guy too. I liked meeting both of them. They were great. I met them at Awesome Con a couple times. I have to dip out in about 5 minutes, so you guys can talk about the Last of Us or the Flashpoint trailer or whatever you want to talk about.
You haven't seen the Flashpoint trailer yet?
No, I don't want to see it. I don't want to have anything spoiled for me.
Good luck. Good luck.
Well, I have to stay out of the OmniBros chat. I know that.
Oh my god,
That's
Jess,
it's gonna be all over the place.
Yeah,
Oh.
I can't wait for you to see that movie.
Me too. Gabe can answer this one. Although I don't know if he will.
You've talked about
The
this.
only one I never had a good experience with was Pat Lee, back in the Dreamwave days.
Yeah, you've talked about this before.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get into it, but yeah, he was the only guy I've ever met that was kind of a douche.
Last time you watched it so many
Rodimus
times.
is all about that trailer.
You're all about that trailer. Not in the
Cool
sound,
trailer.
but I would like a few of the signature series of some of the OGs. First time I tabled at Heroes Con, I thought I was there to sell. I was the start of Rob Liefeld and Jay Scott Campbell.
Poor guy. I mean, he's like, holy shit, a lot of people are here to buy my. Oh, there it is.
I've seen it where those lines for them will just like
Yeah.
cut across like all these other tables.
Yeah.
So they have to kind of like re-maneuver the line because they'll do it where like you'll just get lost in that sea of people sometimes. And if you're at that table next to them or across the way, you're gonna get lost, and no one's ever gonna come to your table.
Do you remember the table? Yeah, you probably were around that time or saw that time where kind of going back to Capullo and Snyder when they were writing Batman, how long their line would be to go see those guys.
Oh man.
How stupid and ridiculous it was to go see them.
And it's because they were so nice. They would talk to each fan for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why it took forever.
You could easily wait in that line for about an hour before you even see them.
Oh yeah, but it'd be 100% worth it because if you want to chat, he'll chat you up and stuff too. You know.
Yeah.
Take pictures and everything.
Yeah. I did both those things. I waited in line an hour both times, and I took pictures, selfies with both of them. They're super nice.
Plus, if they're selling prints, which they do, they bring like a trunk of like prints when they go to like conventions or like when they go to Torpedo and stuff. So if they're selling prints, then that line's extra, takes longer too because people are checking out the prints and buying them and getting them signed and stuff like that too. So if they're selling merch at their tables, yeah, it's gonna be a wait.
I got this one, Gabriel, just for the Adam Hughes cover. Yeah, it is awesome. This cover. We made it. Mods, can you help us out here?
Wow.
Wow. Boom. Already done.
Good
Thank
job.
you. So if I sign out, you've signed in, Gabe, so you can keep it going.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Okay. I have some stuff I still have to do here upstairs with my wife. And so peace and love to everybody. Thank you, IST. And you can find me on OmniDogs Vault on YouTube and OmniDogs_Vault on Instagram. So now you can talk about everything you want to talk about that I don't want to be exposed to. Bye.
So in the trailer,
wait,
Galactus shows up.
On a serious note, you think we'll get live action Batmite at some point? I think we will.
Yeah. I'm surprised we haven't already. He's been spoken into existence. You can't do that and not follow through with it. So something's going to come up with Batmite one way or the other. So and Matter Eater Lad, like come on, he ate an entire Domino's.
That's right.
He's like, I don't mean just a pizza. I mean a whole goddamn store. I need to watch that show again, dude. I only saw it just the one time through. I got to go back because that's like there's some like quotable stuff. That's like one of the most quotable. Like every like generation or so, right? There's always that one like quotable movie that comes out, or like American Pie or like Grandma's Boy or things like that, right? Where it's like super quotable movies. And Peacemaker was like kind of like that for this. I'm gonna go back and check it out again because I know there's some stuff I missed. But
Although it seems like the age of the raunchy comedy, just this generation just does not vibe with it at all.
yeah,
We don't.
coincidentally enough, the last like raunchy movie I saw was this movie called Cock Blockers,
Yeah.
and it's John Cena as the dad. So coincidentally, yeah,
Yeah.
I think that was the last one I've ever saw. Yeah, they don't put those out anymore.
It's so we get comedies, but it's more this day and age. It's more along the lines of the stuff involving Taika Waititi, which I'm starting to grow a little tired of his brand of comedy because it's everywhere and it's more referential comedy now than I think kind of the creative stuff. Where I remember coming up, we had Superbad, we had fucking Superbad's still hilarious. The Hangover movie, where the last time I was bent over howling laughing at a movie where I'm talking about I was in pain and in tears was the Hangover movie. That first time, because I watched it in theater with my brother. I will always remember this. It was opening night. I watched it with my brother, and we were both bent over laughing, fucking dying.
That's the best. Because it's you in the whole theater and everybody else just it creates this energy, right? You know, it's like when you go to like a metal concert, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna get in the pit and smack some people around or whatever, right? It's just there's like this like weird like vibe change, right? That infects the people and stuff. So it's great when there's a whole thing like that. I remember when I first saw Jackass in the movies.
Oh yeah,
and it's a hilarious movie. I love Jackass. Like it's stupid, but I really love Jackass, like from beginning. And I watched that when I was growing up the whole way through. I've seen all the movies, all the spinoffs, like CKY, all that stuff, right? It's hilarious, and it was just disgusting. It was the most like raunchy, silliest thing I've ever seen, right? And so I'm laughing, and it's hilarious all the way through, no matter what. But then just like seeing like someone's girlfriend over there, like like turning away or like screaming, it adds to it, and just made it even a better experience. It was on my birthday too when that first one came out.
I'm struggling to think when was the last time we got like a genuine raunchy comedy, something along the lines of, and it's not the best example, something along the lines of like an animal,
Superbad,
Superbad, or something along the lines of an Animal House or
Super High Me or something like that.
Grandma's Boy, something like that.
God.
We just don't get them anymore. We don't, and it's a shame. I think it's and I remember. So here's the thing. I remember the director of The Joker. He got shit for this a few years ago. When The Joker first came out, he said, "Yeah, I don't do raunchy comedies anymore because they're going to be offended by my brand of humor." And he was the director, I think, of that. I think he was either the director of The Hangover. I'm pretty sure he was. And he's like, I just don't do comedies anymore because I know what's going to happen the minute I do comedies. And everybody started coming down on the guy, including Taika Waititi, where I think he said something along the lines of, yeah, well, I just did a movie where a kid's best friend is Hitler. And I'm like, how brave of you, Taika Waititi, where you dressed up as Hitler. Like, it's never been done before. The great dictator from Groucho Marx years ago did it and did it better. So
I feel like after Inglourious Bastards, like Hitler's not even a thing anymore. Like it's not like you can't do better than
it's a
that.
Character. He's become such a caricature
of
comedy these days. In a way it's good, and in a way it's bad because people see it and he's like, oh, he was a joke, and he was like, no, he was one of the worst human beings in the history that we've ever had. That's neither here nor there. But yeah, raunchy comedies today, man. I think it's just I'm dying for another one to come out, and I think it will happen. But I think it's going to take some people to just go, yeah, fuck you guys. We're gonna do a raunchy comedy. We don't care how you feel about your feelings.
I mean, I'm surprised South Park is still around for as long as it has been.
I think stuff like It's Always Sunny and South Park gets a pass because they've been doing it so long. It's like, yeah, it's South Park and It's Always Sunny. So it's kind of expected.
It's weird. But yeah, either way.
Rafael Miranda asks, have you seen Grandma's Boy?
Oh, dude.
Classic, one of the first. That's Gabe's favorite movie.
Dude, that's one of the best movies of all time, man. I love Grandma's Boy. That's like that movie where like I love it so much that I'll watch it and then I'll put it away and not pick it back up for like a couple of years, so I kind of forget stuff. And then when I watch it again, it's almost like it's like some of the jokes are new again. I love that movie. It's like every generation has like Porky's or like Super Bad or something like that, right? For me, it was Grandma's Boy. Like that was that coming of age movie for me.
For me, it was Superbad because Superbad hit at the right time because I think
Yeah.
I think it was like in 11th grade or 12th grade, and it just hit all the right notes for me, and it's still one of the funniest movies. The kid that can't stop drawing dicks for whatever reason, still hilarious.
I think really for my age group, for me, it was American Pie.
Yeah,
American Pie was it. That was like, oh man, Shannon Elizabeth in that, and that was that movie that just ended up gaining like what five sequels. There's a lot of American Pie movies.
something like that. Yeah,
They even did more that didn't even involve the main cast. Like it was like spin-off characters.
Gabriel Ringenberg. I think I spelled that right. I said that right. Sorry, sir. Off topic, but is Spawn with Michael J. White a good classic? What do you think? I don't think it's a classic.
I don't know. I don't know if you want to say if it's even good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like watching Batman 66 and not being ironic.
Yeah.
Like, you can watch it. It's a Spawn movie. It was the coolest thing ever when it first came out for someone that was my age. Like I was that age group. Like I was 12 when Spawn came out. Like so that I was that target audience, and I loved that. I thought it was the greatest thing ever. And then I became an adult, and they're like, "Oh man, like this is a horrible movie, but it's just nostalgic and fun."
Mm.
Watch the HBO animated series instead. Like that's a classic.
Keith David.
Oh my god,
Keith David.
that series is so damn good, man. I don't know why they stopped making it.
Keith David is Spawn, man. You can't. That voice, that iconic Keith David voice with Spawn.
It's scary, dude, because most of the time you don't even see Spawn. Like he's hiding in the shadows, and it's like you are like in the shadows and you hear that voice. Like if you have a good surround sound, you're gonna give yourself nightmares. That thing is awesome.
I think for what it was, because remember this is the 90s. We are very spoiled this day and age to the point where I think we are over spoiled, and I'm getting tired of the Marvel stuff. But looking back at the 90s and see what we had, I don't think it's not great. It's not even really that good. But for what we got at the time, and I was a kid that grew up in the 90s, I thought it was a pretty awesome movie. Having seen it a few years ago, I'm like, this isn't that good.
Yeah.
I think John Leguizamo carries a lot of it as the Violator. I think he's the best part about it. Personally.
Which is odd to say that
Yeah.
John Leguizamo is the best part of any movie. Unless you're talking about The Pest.
I like The Pest. It's yeah.
I remember for when Spawn was coming out, I was on HBO. I didn't have HBO at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So our listeners are old enough. I think they're all our age. They understand that. So my friend would tape it and give it to me at school the next day, and I would have to we were sneaking it like it was like a dirty movie or something like that. We were like, don't let anybody see. Like we were sneaking in between each other's backpacks and stuff. And that's how I had to experience that show. It was great.
Yeah, I saw Spawn because I had a friend. He was my best friend coming up as a kid, and he had the VHS copy, and we watched it at his house one night. And I was like, man, this was man. It was pretty good.
Yeah. No, but that animated show is the greatest thing ever. That's the greatest comic book cartoon ever.
I think
I'll
Spawn
put that over Spider-Verse.
I think Spawn. Oh, dude. Oh.
I know. I'm throwing out opinions.
Man.
I'm swinging for the fences.
Yeah, you're swinging.
Spawn on HBO is the greatest comic book cartoon ever.
Oh, I enjoyed that, but man, Spider-Verse is something else for me. I think Spawn is a property that's ripe if you get a good horror director, you could do something special with Spawn. I know Todd McFarlane has been trying to get a movie off the ground for years. Jamie Foxx was attached to it.
Yeah.
He was going to direct it at one point. He wrote a script and stuff like that. I don't know what happened with that, but you get somebody like James Wan, who's done a lot of the Conjuring stuff and all that stuff, and you know, I think you can make a really good horror Spawn movie.
Yeah, if they can take it serious, then yeah, it could be done amazingly well. But they have to take it serious, where it's like you said, it has to be like a horror movie where you don't really see him and it's all in the alley. Because I think they even said they were going to do like a Sam and Twitch movie as well.
Yeah,
Maybe start like a weird like Spawn verse of movies. I challenge you, Raphael. Spawn's the best animated. Comic book's not that great.
What did you think of the Flashpoint trailer?
Oh, wait, you mean that Batman trailer?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's a Batman movie. I don't care what anybody says.
That is a Batman trailer. No, you're right. You're not wrong.
There's two Batmans.
But what did I tell you months ago? I told you months ago the marketing behind this is going to focus on Keaton.
It's obvious they're doing it. I mean, they announced even those the hot toys that we inceptioned you into earlier today.
Oh,
those Michael Keaton Batman '89 hot toy that was really announced is incredible.
And the Batmobile.
And the Batmobile is sexy as hell.
And the thing is, those sons of bitches, they know you just can't get the Batman '89. You got to get the Batmobile as well. Like if you're gonna go in all the way. I was surprised by one, how much they showed, and two, how much of Keaton we got in it. Now I don't know if they just showed everything of Keaton in this trailer just to get people to sit down, and then when you go to the movie, it's wait, he's only in it for 15 minutes, and then he's gone for the rest of the movie. But there's a lot of Michael Keaton Batman in it. I thought we would just get a cameo.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of that. And it was like being 9 years old again.
Mm-hmm.
Like they nailed the look, they played the music, and I was like, Jesus, dude, like I got brought back, dude. Like I remember going to it with my dad. I remember that entire like situation and everything that led up to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just that was great.
Keaton still got it, by the way. He just still got it. He drops that "I'm Batman" line, and I'm like, I'm a little kid again, going, "Oh my god!"
I bet you most of the movie is just gonna be a stunt double.
Most likely.
Yeah. It's gonna be. He's probably in the movie for like 10 minutes himself, and then the rest of it's a stunt double.
Keaton's like 60, isn't he? He's pushing up there. You know, he's up there now. But this does, because there were always rumors: is Keaton going to be in it? Is it going to be out? Because there's reshoots and all this other stuff, and there was a lot of behind the scenes stuff. This puts Batman Beyond back on the table, man.
I'm hoping. God, I'm hoping. Please.
It puts it back on the table.
I'm so upset. I don't know who leaked that or whatever, but that person ruined my entire day.
I'm sorry.
Like my day was crushed just knowing that there was talk of a Batman Beyond movie in production. Like they were actually working
with Keaton.
Yeah, with Keaton as old man Bruce Wayne, right? And then they canceled it. So I'm hoping they're just pushing it back and retooling it or something like that with James Gunn. But I hope don't put my hopes up, dude, because now I want it to be a real thing.
Would you have preferred if it was Conroy as old Bruce Wayne or Keaton?
No, Keaton.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh man, I don't know. I think I would have preferred Conroy, just the voice. I'm such a sucker.
Sure, but I don't know. It'll have to be Keaton. It's the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah.
Just because we've already gotten to, for a lot of people, he is Batman. I understand Kevin Conroy is the best Batman ever. Okay, I get that, but we're talking about like a real actor in real movies. Mm-hmm. Michael Keaton's people's Batmans. You know, the same way some people's Batmans is still Adam West or some
Mhm.
people's Batmans are going to be now Robert Pattinson, right?
Yeah.
It jumps around, right? So I think it works out that way. So yeah, he's Batman to people. So more than Kevin Conroy in
Yeah.
on screen, on camera kind of thing.
To an entire generation of kids, Keaton is Batman. And the fact is, I read an interview with him. The dude still fit in the old suit. He's like, yeah, he was surprised. He's like, yeah, I still fit in the old suit and everything. I look great. And you see him here, and I'm like, this motherfucker has not lost a step. He looks great. He looks awesome in the suit. I can't wait to see more of him. He looks like he's getting actual badass fighting scenes in this. I love what they did with Supergirl. Kara.
I was going to say that was the thing that surprised me the most. Like, we had the idea that Ben Affleck was going to be in it and stuff like that, and Michael Keaton, but I thought they totally just erased that Supergirl thing from existence.
I did too.
Like they did with the Batgirl movie that they said was unreleasable. I thought they just totally destroyed that, and then she pops up, and I was like, "Whoa, okay, well that was a great surprise." See, they tricked me into wanting to watch this movie now because James Gunn said this is the movie that like resets everything. I'm like, oh, now you're talking comic books to me. Now I definitely got to see it.
I'm kind of wondering also because we had heard so much about, well, Affleck is out of the movie, but he filmed scenes, and then we heard, well, Keaton is out of the movie, but he filmed scenes, and I'm kind of wondering if it was James Gunn that maybe had a hand in it. He's like, no, let's keep this, let's put this together, let's do it right. We're gonna reset right and everything like that. Who knows? There was so much shit flying around with this movie for the longest time.
I just think those are all just BS rumors that got leaked out and took out of context, and somebody made it into a thing. So, yeah, a lot of times those things are right, but apparently this time was wrong, you know? And
it should be noted, the least interesting thing about Flashpoint, it might be the Flash itself. This movie, I don't care. I've said it from the beginning. I'm not a fan of Ezra Miller's interpretation of Barry. I think the way he runs in him, it looks horrible. I think it just doesn't look good. But I'm down to see Keaton. So this has me this shot up to my most anticipated comic book movie of the year over Guardians, and I was really looking forward to Guardians.
I'm going to reevaluate what I'm thinking about then. When in terms of which ones I'm the most excited for. Because I'm seeing Ant-Man on Friday. Guardians, I'm super excited for.
It's the end of the trilogy. It's the last James Gunn Marvel movie. I'm going to cry.
And I just love the Guardians characters in general. Like, not even just the movie characters, but just Groot and Rocket Raccoon and that whole Abbott Landing and stuff. Like, I was a massive fan of that book. That book would get canceled like every other issue because nobody was reading it. I love those characters, and I think they did a really great job with it so far.
I just know I'm going to be tearing up, honestly.
I hope they don't kill off characters. I'm getting tired of that.
They are, dude.
That's burnt out. Like, stop.
I know, but I'm pretty sure they are. I mean, maybe they won't kill off Drax, but Dave Bautista has even said, like, this is my last time as Drax. I'm like, okay.
And that's fine. And send Drax off to some other part of the galaxy somewhere. Like, that's fine, you know? But you don't have to, like, kill him, you know?
Bautista's probably going to be chilling with James Gunn at DC by the time this is done. He was one of the guys he was one of the most outspoken when the whole shit happened with James Gunn and Marvel. Bautista said, I will not come back and do the movie. He flat out openly said, I'm not coming back and doing Guardians without James Gunn.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure Bautista is going to be doing something at DC in a few years. And the thing is, Bautista is moving on from being the big muscly guy. He's still in great shape, but the guy's pushing, it's like 55 or something like that.
Yeah, he's losing muscle mass and stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
he's leaned out. He's still in great shape for his age. But he doesn't want to be the big muscly guy. He doesn't want to be the Rock, where he's just playing the Rock in every single movie. And that's one of the things that I like about Dave is that he's really trying his hand at different things.
You know, I think it might be one of those things where his size kind of prevents him from doing certain roles. He gets typecast as this kind of big character all the time. So he's always playing like axe murderers and stuff like that or whatever. I want to see that Knock on the Cabin. I haven't heard anything about it. I haven't heard that if it's good or if it's garbage or any spoilers or any weird twist reveals. But I want to see it because I like M. Night Shyamalan and I do like Dave Bautista, like you're saying, as an actual actor because he was awesome in what's the Blade Runner?
Yeah. I've heard it's really good. I've heard Dave Bautista crushes it. That he's the main reason to watch it, just because he's really, really good in it. I'm reading the book right now, and I'm down to the last, I think, 70 pages, and I'm enjoying the book. But the book takes a turn where it feels like he's just sprinting towards the end, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. So I'm kind of wondering, I have heard the ending of the movie is different from the book, but I don't know how either one ends so far.
Who do you think is going to die in Guardians?
Drax.
Drax? I hope not, dude. I hate that they killed Iron Man. I hate that because this is what he's like comic book tropes that I hate. Now they're getting kind of into the movie universes, and once you kind of open up those boxes, you can't close it, right? Things like time travel. All right, they introduced time travel, and I was like, damn it. I even said it on the show. I was like, please don't do time travel. Like, I hate time travel stuff. And then you introduce that whole just weird, crazy silliness of time travel. And how does it really work? And who do this? And then how does it work over here? And all that kind of crazy stuff. So, or with people dying. And then you start bringing them back. And then it takes away that whole idea of death. You know? So, and plus, it's not your characters to kill. You know, those are our characters as fans.
I get it. Yeah, I get it. I think if Marvel knew what Phase 4 was going to look like after Endgame, I think they would have held back on killing at least Captain America, at least Steve Rogers. Because I think Endgame for me is the perfect send-off for that character just because it works so well with who Tony is and the transition as a character of what he went through. Even looking back at the first Avengers movie, Steve tells Tony, he's like, you're not the type of guy who's going to lay it all on the line and cut the wire and sacrifice yourself. And it kind of comes full circle at the end of Endgame where he does that. And he does give up his life for everybody and for his daughter and stuff like that. So I think ending Iron Man where they ended makes sense story-wise and who the character becomes. But I think they could have done a little bit more with Steve.
So because it's the whole time travel thing. Oh, he's now old. Oh, well, we could just send him back into time and make him young again, or bring out, go back and get that one.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I hate time travel as a plot device. I hate time travel because it just creates more problems than it solves. Because you always have an out for something now, and not only that, the whole concept of time travel, and it's like, well, now that you did this, this can happen, or this can happen, or this. And I'm just like, Jesus, oh God. I'm honestly, I am so ready for Marvel to move on from the multiverse phase.
Me too.
I'm so done with.
I was gonna bring it up. I'm with the other tropes I don't like is multiverses.
I'm done. I want them to, and the thing is, we've got, Jesus Christ, like 3 or 4 more years of this multiverse stuff.
And now it's becoming a thing where everybody's having multiverses. Like it's infecting everything. You know, it's not just like comic book movies.
Yeah, it was cool for Spider-Man Homecoming or No Way Home. I didn't mind it because I was like, holy shit, you actually did it. You brought back all the Peter Parkers from like my childhood. That was really cool. Flashpoint looks great because you're bringing back Keaton. But in the overall Marvel story, and one of the weird things for me is, so Kang is supposed to be our big bad, right? For this arc going forward. But you're introducing him in Ant-Man.
They're bringing up Batman stock. They're bringing him back into the spotlight for some reason.
Like Ant-Man, though. Like, this is your big bad. for your next few phases or for the next phase or whatever it is that you're leading up to the next Avengers movie, and you start them off with Ant-Man.
Well, I mean, it's technically in Loki, right?
It wasn't that version though.
Right.
It wasn't the Kang the Conqueror. This is supposed to be Kang the Conqueror, but he's an Ant-Man. I'm like, oh, well, I mean, I guess.
Well, I mean, I don't think they're gonna kill him off in Ant-Man. You know, like he's gonna be like, this is where they slowly introduce him like Thanos style, and he becomes like this big event, because that's what the whole like they even got like, because the next big Avengers movie is called King Destiny or Dynasty, right?
Yeah, the Kang.
So this whole phase now is all King. So it's gonna be a whole thing.
Yeah, the Kang Dynasty, directed by the director of Shang-Chi.
We'll get some cool kung fu action in it, maybe.
Oh.
I like the idea of Batista as Darkseid.
That's not bad,
dude. I bet you half those Guardians actors are gonna pop up in DC movies. I guarantee it.
Oh man, I
guarantee it, dude. Absolutely.
I guarantee it. How about Chris Pratt?
Disney screwed themselves by firing James Gunn in the first place and then letting him get in bed with DC.
Yeah. What do you think, Chris?
Look at it now, dude. He's gonna change things, man. I have high hopes.
I do too.
He's gonna take them over. He's gonna bring Batista's gonna go. Chris Pratt's gonna go.
Batista's gone. Yeah, he's leaving with Gunn. Whatever Gunn is gonna do, I'm sure Batista's gonna jump on, and he's gonna be in one of those things.
Make him Lobo.
That could work. No, but what Batista really honestly wants to do is a Gears of War movie.
Oh,
he
perfect, dude. Perfect.
He has been saying for years that he wants to do a Gears of War movie. He's
absolutely perfect. He's like the absolute massive size of those cogs.
He has said he just can't get physically as big as he wants before. I think if you give him Gears of War, Dave will
watch him just get on gear on like 15 cycles in a row.
I think Dave will put on the muscle
yoke, dude.
I think he put on the muscle to play Marcus Phoenix, honestly.
Oh, dude. So you know what? I didn't know about Dave Batista when he was first gotten into wrestling. I already knew him when he was like already like super huge and balding.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw some videos when he was like younger when he first got in. I was like, he's a totally different guy. He's so little.
Yeah. Do you remember him at peak wrestling? How fucking huge he was?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, so he's thinned down a little bit. But,
yeah, like he was a really good looking guy. I mean, I was like, whoa, it's probably steroids or something that really like blew out his face, but he's a different looking dude now.
Yeah. I've heard he's nothing but the sweetest man, though.
He seems like it. I've heard him on podcasts and stuff before.
He seems like a sweet dude.
He's also the kind of guy you don't want to like upset either.
Yeah. You know? Man, I still want that. I want that Gears of War movie so fucking bad, though. It's a matter of time, right? You know,
they can do it. They can make a nice little universe, like 3-movie like sequel out of it or something. I think.
You know, we got The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Give us Gears of War, and the thing is, Gears of War gets lumped into the bro shooter stuff, but there's genuinely a really good story in Gears of War that you could flesh out.
The whole thing with Dom
and his wife.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Oh God, that shit fucked me up. The first time I played that, oh my God.
I remember playing that with and I lived in this apartment with a couple of roommates. Best time of my life, I think, was that. But I remember playing it and crying. And I'm like, oh guys, I was like, stop looking at me.
Oh God. And then Dom giving up his life in the third game and everything. Just oh my God, man. Yeah. I gotta replay those games again.
It's not even just the heartfelt stuff, but just the whole idea of like just that this is like this last stand of the humans.
Mm-hmm.
And all you got are just like these tank of men carrying around armor and chainsaw machine guns and fighting like massive monsters. It would be amazing if they brought that to life, because it looked good in the game. Because that's the graphics on that stuff is top notch.
Mm. Now you don't have a PS5 or a Series X yet, right?
I don't know.
Okay, because I finished the Dead Space remake a few nights ago.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude.
Love Dead Space.
Oh,
And I haven't played the new one. I don't have a PS5. But I've always been talking about Dead Space. I love that game. Love that
you
game.
love this. It's so good.
I didn't play the third one when they were in the snow, and I think it was on like.
I heard it's not good.
Yeah, it was like a weird because it was back when the Wii was coming out, and the Wii had that's a different one. It was on rails, but yeah, but that third one is in snow. Like they changed up the mechanics on it or something.
Yeah.
Made it. But those first two games are like masterpieces.
Yeah, no, the remake it looks incredible, honestly. And they added stuff to it. There's a secret ending now. There's little side quests and stuff like that that flesh out characters. They remade parts of the map. I'm telling you, if you get the chance, you will love the remake.
Yeah, I've been thinking about just going out and getting a PS3 again and just playing it. Maybe Batista's Ares. That'd be a cool idea. You know what? How about this one? I like Marcelo here. They could make Drex die and reborn as the badass he was in the DNA run with a different actor. How about this?
That can
he comes
work.
back as the big stupid dumb Drax from the 90s.
That can work. And the thing is with Drax and I love Dave and I love his portrayal of Drax and the comedy and everything, but that is not the Drax of the comics.
Oh, no way.
Not even close.
He's a killer.
Yeah.
No jokes, no ironic, weirdness about him.
He rips out like Thanos' heart at one point with his bare hand. Do you remember that?
Yeah. He's a scary dude in the comics.
Yeah.
Well, in that version, that rebirth version or whatever with that. Not when he was the big dumb guy and he was green and had like a purple cape and stuff like that. He was awesome and a badass, but he was an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
They gave him an infinity gem and he swallowed it. Because that was a safe place to keep it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Dead Space 3 is the crystal skull of that series, Cleveland Brown. Thank you. Even the movie, there was like this cartoon movie that was like the history of the forget whatever the alien statue or whatever it was. That was like the cause of everything. Even that was cool.
It goes without saying. Gabriel asked, "Could you guys see William Dafoe playing Two-Face in it?" No, Joker. If you're gonna get William Dafoe in a DC property, Joker is the obvious choice, right? That laugh, that face, the smile.
Just like the way he was with the Green Goblin when he was like losing it. Just keep that energy.
Yeah, that's a Joker.
All right, man. I don't know about you, but it's getting that time.
Yeah, it's getting there. All right,
getting that time. Did just do that second ad yet?
I don't even remember.
Let's just do it again. All right, everybody. We're going to call this a night, everybody. You don't have to go home, but you got to get the hell out of here because we are done. So thank you very much, everybody, for hanging out, showing up, all the questions, all the comments, all the interactions. You can follow us on Instagram, Omnibroslive there. Our podcast has been getting some pretty good numbers lately, but if you're not subscribed to that and you want an audio version of this, hit us up on all your favorite podcast platforms. Other than that, make sure that you spend your money right when it comes tax season. Get that extra dosh or whatever that word is that Jess uses for money, and spend it over at instocktrades.com. That's right, everybody. If you don't know about instocktrades.com, then let me tell you, that's the website you want to go to get all of your omnibus, hardcovers, trade paperbacks, graphic novels, collected editions of all kinds. They're up to 50% off. If you're in the US, $50 will get you free shipping. Awesome packaging, wonderful customer service. They've been sponsoring us forever. I think, is it Monday? Is it next Monday? The last Monday of the month. I'll just say it that way. Whenever that is. Yeah. We In Stock Trades gives us a $50 gift card that we give away live on the show. So this is your first time here and you want to try and win $50 at In Stock Trades. Get it, put that towards a nice omnibus or whatever you want. Make sure you subscribe to us and hit us up, and because you have to be live, we give it away live, so you have to be in the chat to win that $50. One lucky person. So big shout out to InStockTrades.com. Lou, where can everybody find you?
You can find me at Comics Guide 101 on Twitter and Comics Guide 101 on YouTube, where there is an archive of a bunch of old videos.
Everybody, if you want to hang out with me, talk comics, talk grading, talk CGC, talk omnibuses, talk whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Find me on Instagram, Gabe Loves 90s Comics. So that's it, everybody. We are getting the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Where's that video? There it is. Spawn's still the greatest cartoon comic book related thing ever. Fucking fact.